This is the Barbados Today morning news for Tuesday, November 5th. Thank you for joining us. I am Marie-Claire Williams. Our top story this morning, the head of Transtech has denied any underhand dealings with the Transport Board. This after over $128,000 in double billings to the board was flagged in the latest Auditor General's report. Managing Director of the company, Lloyd Brathwaite, says it was likely due to clerical errors. He appeared before the Public Accounts Committee in Parliament on Monday, accompanied by his lawyer, former Attorney General Adriel Brathwaite. He testified that he was only made aware of the discrepancies when the report was released last April. He said any discrepancy would be the result of procedural errors by both entities, as payments of that nature are subject to several checks and balances. The Auditor General's report states that the Transport Board was charged twice for the same work done on the same bus on 4 occasions. The 8 invoices totaled $257,149.08. According to the report, the only differences were the invoice numbers submitted by the supplier. In other news, Barbados will today host the 9th Annual Caribbean Forum of the International Monetary Fund. It will examine avenues for regional transformation to achieve sustainable and inclusive growth. Regional officials addressed the issue of regional growth at a town hall meeting on the CARICOM Single Market and Economy last night. President of the Caribbean Development Bank, Dr. Warren Smith, noted that the CSME is the region's best bet for achieving sustainable growth.
There is an urgency, therefore, for us to accelerate the regional integration movement through the completion of the single market. That urgency is underscored by the worrisome shift towards inward-looking policies and a retreat from multilateralism and globalization in some parts of Europe and in the United States of America, which are traditional trading partners of CARICOM. We at the Caribbean Development Bank are convinced that the CSME is our best bet for unlocking the economic growth potential of CARICOM countries and enhancing the prospects for greater prosperity for our people.
And Prime Minister Mia Mottley lamented the fact that the Caribbean has fallen behind other developing regions.
How do we come to accept that since the 1980s, our growth has literally fallen below that of other major regions, and that others have come to use the very same technology that we have to leapfrog us? That in Africa, Kenyans can do their business through digital money, and that those who may be cut off by large and long distances are now not cut off with respect to their ability to bring produce to market because of the technology.
1 year after the Barbados Trust loan opened its doors, Small Business Minister Dwight Sutherland is reporting that 2,700 loans have been disbursed so far at a value of $12.3 million. Sutherland gave an evaluation of the program on the sidelines of a meeting of the International Organization Committee.
The program saw a number of employees being retrenched, 1,000 or so, and within those persons we give priority and preference was given to just over 50 persons who were retrenched from the public service under the BERT program and there to have access loans. We also saw the need to prioritize persons with disabilities, and I can say currently, as at the end of October, we had some 21 persons with disabilities who would have accessed loans and who, not because they are disabled, can't have a business. So we are not leaving anyone. Now, what I can say to you also is that we have some 1,350 odd persons waiting for loans. And when we look at that, that is in excess of $6 million. So having disbursed the $12.3 million thus far to the 2,700, we have some 1,350 clients remaining thus far. And people are coming every day to the trust loans.
Operations at the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation reportedly came to a halt on Monday afternoon as workers demanded answers about an unpaid sum of money due to them at the end of October. Sources at the country's lone television station told Barbados Today that the issue surrounded the latest installment of back pay owed to dozens of workers, which started this April after extended negotiations between the Barbados Workers Union and the CBC. Kareem Smith has more.
The situation has reportedly been even more dire for still unemployed ex-workers whose only source of income is the installments. Efforts to reach CBC's acting general manager Sherwood McCaskey were unsuccessful up to the time of publication, and CBC's BWU president Kent Jerson refused to make a public statement on the matter. However, sources close to the situation indicated CBC's management has been given until Wednesday at noon to disperse the funds. Around 2 p.m. on Monday, upset union members met to discuss the issues, after which they were addressed by the acting general manager. They then met again and set the Wednesday deadline. Kareem Smith for Barbados Today.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
It's Festive Friday at the Bridgetown Night Market at Pelican Craft Center. Kick off the weekend this Friday from 4 p.m. to midnight with loads of food, drinks, and entertainment. Get ready for Crop Over with the Rhythm Roots Street Parade. Party like it's Kadooman Day on the street around Pelican Village with costume reveler, music, and more. It's Festive Friday. It's Festive Friday at the Bridgetown Night Market at Pelican Village Center from 4 p.m. to midnight. Admission free.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Thank you for staying with us. In news from the region, Guyana's Police Commissioner Leslie James is reporting an increase in petty crime, including the snatching of cell phones and handbags. And he says the force has launched social crime prevention programs to deal with that problem.
We have said in the past, crimes, whenever they occur, we will deal with them. We have measures, we have strategies in place to deal with those crimes. What propels persons to commit crime? We're trying to determine that because we have, as I said, we have a social crime prevention. We have several social crime prevention programs across the police divisions, as you are aware of. It is simply clear that persons are still bent in dealing with crime. As you could have seen, we've been dealing with them very decisively. As they occur, we're dealing with them. We cannot prevent persons from deciding to commit crimes, but we are doing our utmost. You would have seen from our efforts. We have noted that there might have been a spike, but I can say in terms of serious crimes, at the moment we have a minus 3.4% in serious crimes.
Further afield, the government of the Brazilian state of Maranhão has set up a police task force to protect the Guarahara tribe from illegal loggers. The move comes after one of the tribe's warriors were killed in a clash over deforestation on their Amazon reservation. We get more in this report from Reuters News.
This is Paulo Paulino Guaxaxara, an indigenous warrior who guarded the Amazon rainforest in September.
Às vezes a gente tem medo também pouco, mas só que a gente não deixa se dominar pelo medo, não.
I'm scared sometimes,
tem que levantar a cabeça e
but we have to lift up our heads and act.
É isso que nós estamos acreditando.
We are here fighting.
Nós estamos aí na luta.
Less than 2 months later, and he is dead. Killed by illegal loggers amid increased invasions onto indigenous reservations in Brazil. Paulino Guaxaxara, who was also known as Lobo, meaning wolf, was a part of Guardians of the Forest, a group set up by his Guaxaxara tribe to protect the rainforest.
We are protecting our land and the life on it, the animals, the birds, even the Awa tribe who are here too. There is so much destruction of nature happening. Good trees with wood as hard as steel being cut down and taken away.
On Saturday, the Gwashashara tribe said he had been killed in an ambush, adding that now is the time to bring to an end the institutionalized genocide. After taking office this year, Brazil's right-wing president Jair Bolsonaro vowed to open up indigenous lands to economic development. Brazil's pan-indigenous organisation APIB said the government was dismantling environmental and indigenous agencies, leaving tribes to defend themselves. Brazil's federal police said they had sent a team to investigate the circumstances around Paulino Guaxaxara's death. He was in his 20s and leaves behind one son.
That's news, but for the very latest, you can visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook, and sign up for breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals and Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also find us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM. I am Mary Claire Williams. Good morning.